Some events leave a deep mark on history, but none on the land. This is the site of the Battle of Hastings. After almost 1,000 years, no traces of the bloody conflict can be seen. But here, the fate of England turned. It's where a king was killed, and his victor claimed the throne. October 14th, 1066. We know what happened here on this day, thanks to this. The Bayeux Tapestry. A carefully preserved, illustrated record of events. It shows the main players. Harold, the newly crowned Anglo-Saxon King of England, and his challenger, William, Duke of Normandy. William claimed the previous king had promised him the crown. So, he assembled an army and prepared to sail to England to fight King Harold for the throne. But a storm thwarted his plans. Meanwhile, Harold discovered that a Viking invasion had landed in the north. Another threat to his crown. So he raced to fight them. In France, William waited for the right conditions to sail across the Channel to England. The weather cleared. He seized his chance. "250 miles north, Harold had defeated the Vikings. Now, hearing of William's arrival, his army sped south. At 9 o'clock in the morning, on this hill, William's Norman army were ready to do battle with Harold's Anglo-Saxon men. The stage was set, and up for grabs, England itself. On October 14th, 1066, William of Normandy stood ready for battle at the base of a hill. The high ground belonged to King Harold of England and his Anglo-Saxon army. Here, on this hilltop, the fate of England would be decided.
Honor est d'obéir. Attention!
William's Norman army made the first charge, launching a direct assault on the shield wall. Though William's army fought fiercely against the shield wall, it would not yield. As one man fell, another took his place. Overlapping shields in tight formation made for a near impenetrable barrier. Realizing his army could not break the shield wall, William called for a retreat. William's feigned retreat was working. The Anglo-Saxon army broke their shield wall formation, leaving gaps for William to make a move. With Harold's men no longer in shield wall formation, William could pick them off as they charged. The Anglo-Saxons had deployed rows of spearmen to push back the invaders, but William had an answer: his sharp-eyed archers. More Norman men-at-arms reinforced William's army. Anglo-Saxon archers joined the fray, and the Normans' deadly cavalry ready to charge. But first, William's forces had to eliminate the enemy spearmen, whose sturdy polearms could easily bring down a horse. Additional Norman archers joined the battle. With the threat of spearmen cleared from the field, William's cavalry was free to charge at the Anglo-Saxon archers. The Anglo-Saxon army was in disarray. Their shield wall had been neutralized, and their numbers were dwindling. Now the only thing standing between William and victory was King Harold himself. The last of Harold's men encircled their king, prepared to lay down their lives to save his. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold had fallen. In the confusion, some loyal soldiers fought to the death, while others scattered in panic. Leaderless and defeated, the last of the Anglo-Saxon army fled for their lives. The Normans celebrated victory over the English king, but William's quest to rule England was just beginning. At the Battle of Hastings, the death of one man changed the course of history. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold was killed here, on England's south coast. His army defeated by William of Normandy. Anglo-Saxon rule was over forever. At Westminster Abbey on Christmas Day 1066, William was crowned the first Norman King of England. Now he had to secure power across the country. He began by stamping his mark on the landscape, building cathedrals and castles at strategic locations. Nothing like them had been seen in England before. They reminded the Anglo-Saxon population exactly who was in charge. But not all were content with living under Norman rule. Anglo-Saxon revolts broke out across the country. King William acted quickly to crush these rebellions. But there was one region where dissent was spiraling out of control: the north of England. In 1069, a group of lords from Northumbria formed an alliance with Viking invaders. Together they approached Norman-held York, a large city with an important cathedral, still protected by ancient Roman walls. But the walls couldn't save York. The city and the castle fell to the rebels. William's new kingdom was under threat. He had to get the city back under Norman control. William had no choice but to order his men north. But as the Norman forces set off on their long march towards York, how much resistance from the rebels would they encounter? William the Conqueror marched north, with his army of Normans determined to take back the rebel-held city of York. But in his path stood rebel towns that harbored William's northern enemies. He would take the towns back by force.
Mandes? Si. Bene. Ensala. Vado. Cavallo.
Soyez prest, compagnon. Retrayez vos avoirs.
Exploro. Escolto. Si.
L'heure est en votre service. Certes. Avant, compagnon. Stisetz vostre courage, compagnon. Acceptments vos always!
Der Sultan!
The Normans captured the town of Middlethorpe, establishing their presence in the north. With reinforcements to his armies soon arriving, William would need more resources to supply them.
August! Mandes? Vado! Parat! Escolto! Si! Ensala! Cavallo!
Che? Massone.
Ubi vado? Edifico. Ascolto. Ma sono. Spero. Lavoro. Sì. Secco. Baraz. Ramiro. Che? Orchestre. Mais? Capio.
Attendez les bondes, je commande. Avant.
Exploro? Escolto! Mandes? Vado!
Me. Edifico.
Quod? Ma sono. Ubi vado? Lavoro.
Spero. Lavoro. Ascolto. Massone. Quod? Finit.
Parat! Vado!
Sì. Edifico. Ubi vado? Lavoro.
Ascolto. Ascolto.
Exploro? Cavallo!
Quod? Edifico.
Spero. Vado.
Ensala! Escolto! Si! Chierte!
Che? Lavoro. Feci. Vado.
The Norman army was now well supplied by a town,
Sì.
but it would take a sustained effort to keep the army at full strength.
Sì.
Udite.
Odio!
Mais.
Another rebel town, Fulford, stood in defiance to William's rule.
Les.
Ubi vado? Edifico.
Parat. Vado.
Spero. Fake. Materia.
Spero.
Ensala. Bene.
Paraz. Massone. Bene.
Acces met vos, compagnon.
Si est.
Quando je commande, avance. Votre yet vos à moi.
Finit! Ascolto. Mandements. Si. Laburo.
Mandes. Escolto. Exploro. Vado. Mandes? Si.
L'heure est avante, compagnon.
Cavallerio, parade.
Parat. Si. Ayuda! Cavallo!
Voyez prêts, compagnon. Pour votre service. Avante, compagnon.
Ensala.
Tuts audite.
Sagitta in arco.
Vado laburar.
Ok.
Arquière parat. Commandes. Momentesi arquière. Arquière parat.
Caval parat. Esfect. Cavallo ici.
Arco parat. Préparate, arquiers.
in arco.
Escolte bene.
Intendo.
Io ma sono la coda.
Arquière parate.
Parade.
Parate, arquiers.
Vale.
Quemandes. Arco parate. Preparate, arquiers. Arquière
Felice.
parate. Sagitta in arco.
Ecce mandement.
Vale.
Cose sera massona. Ok.
Soyez prest, retraites vos à moi.
Que demandes? Comprendo. Oye, oye. Les maçons sont ici! En boulot. Comprendo. Perfecté.
L'heure est de besoigner. Je suis votre serveuse. Incontinent. Incontinent. Attendez, les commandements. J'espère votre compagnon. Chevalier Montmartre! En assaut, chevalier! Sommes en ordonnance! Tous sommes prêts!
With the Fulford rebels eliminated, William was one step closer to York.
Io ma sono la cose.
Knowing he would face strong resistance in the city, William prepared to bolster his cavalry.
Cose sarà massonata. Parats pour la bourre.
Si somes. Laborance en les mains.
Mande squad.
With their stables in place, the Normans could add more cavalry to their army.
Vado laboura. Parade pour venir. Vado laboura. Labour Spérance. Escolte bene. Vale, scavo. Attention.
Access si comme vos voldres.
Parade pour venir. Guarda, come sono la cose? On demande, colonesse. Secco materia. Pip, l'amour spérance.
Tuts audite.
Ok. Si sommes. Cose sarà massonata.
Quel labor. Cose sera masso. Parade pour venir. Vado labora.
Benefect.
Me plect.
Soyez prest, compagnon. Quand je commande, avant.
Raté, Arkiers.
The Norman army came under attack from a new enemy, the Danes.
Silence l'ennemi!
William's army held back the Danes' attack, but they threatened to return unless William paid them in gold.
L'heure est... Avertissez votre courage, compagnons. Avertissez votre
William paid off the Danes and was rid of their attacks. The Normans discovered the source of the Danes' threat, an outpost on the water. William had a choice: bypass the encampment or destroy it. William's ultimate goal was within his grasp. All that remained was to enter York and destroy its keep.
Les Smithsons sont ici! L'ennemi vient!
In destroying the Dane outpost, William stripped the rebels of a crucial ally.
Retrayez vos amouilles.
Où sont vos commandements? Dicte-moi ma besogne. Preste pour une sanglante hâtie. Quel est votre plaisir?
Parats pour Labora. Qued, mais... Condes Qued. Vale, exca, parat pour venir.
Dicte Smoué, ma besogne. Prest par une sanglante hâtie.
Condes Qued.
Je m'en besoigne. Quel est votre plaisir? Quels sont vos commandements? Prest par une sanglante hâtie.
Et ce li mandement? Sì, cavo.
La be-
Quemandes?
Quel est votre plaisir? A ce viest. A ce...
Sabientes, nos mandent. In l'espendiment siguiente.
Presente Lanques.
Esculte. In avant l'espendiment siguiente. Esculte.
Audite ordines.
Sus insumanza. Instruments continu. Arrête para. Respect. Acton. Avant. Compagnon.
Par une sanglante hâtie.
Parate.
La bourse Pérance!
Servientes. Nos mandem. Ite, servientes. Opue. Ite, servientes. Sus instrumentos manques. Quasi Ite, servientes.
Compagnon, Prest Jen Stars. Nos de Guerpissons.
Servientes. In avant. Instruments pass. In avant, serviette. Sommerspaß. In avant, serviette.
Icenstam vos giermt. Mettons nos en la rue.
Lesmen in avant, serviette.
Compagnons, presque paratier. Envouez vers notre porte. Chascuns en sa place. Moult avance voué à trait.
Commandes, instruments parats. Esculte. Parate. Ite, servientes.
Atteignez-lui, Portmantier.
Lesmen imen sigent. Que nos mandies. In avant. Servientes.
The Norman army poured into York and began sacking the town as they bore down on the keep.
Chascuns en sa place.
Soyez prest, quand je commande, avant. Avant, compagnons. Sommerspaß!
The keep fell to the Norman army, and York was secured. The Northern Rebellion was over, and William the Conqueror was uncontested as King of England.